Fear is the silent killer of dreams. It whispers in your mind, telling you that you're not ready, that you might fail, that others will laugh. But what if I told you that the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, faced fear just like us and mastered it? Today, you'll learn how to overcome fear the Stoic way, so that fear no longer controls your choices, your actions, or your destiny. Fear isn't just about monsters or darkness. Fear is rejection. Fear is failure. Fear is uncertainty. Every man feels it, especially in his youth. You fear starting that business because you might fail. You fear speaking your mind because you might be judged. You fear losing someone you love because you can't imagine life without them. But the Stoics had an answer. They taught that fear comes not from the world itself, but from how we perceive the world. And if perception can be mastered, so can fear. Fear is not harmless. It paralyzes. It stops you from taking risks. It keeps you trapped in comfort. It whispers that safety is better than growth. Fear convinces you that staying the same is better than facing change. But here's the truth. Every meaningful step in life demands courage. The Stoics remind us it is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live. Marcus Aurelius. 5.1 Negative Visualization. Premeditatio Malorum. The Stoics practiced imagining the worst-case scenario. Afraid of rejection? Imagine being rejected and see that you still survive. Afraid of failure? Imagine failing and see that life continues. Afraid of death? Imagine it and realize it is natural. By rehearsing loss in the mind, they made fear lose its sting. 5.2 Control what you can, accept what you can't. Fear often comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. But Epictetus taught, some things are up to us, others are not. Your actions? Up to you. Other people's opinions? Not up to you. The outcome of risk? Not fully up to you. Once you separate these, fear dissolves. 5.3 Facing fear through action. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Fear multiplies when avoided. It shrinks when confronted. The Stoics didn't run from fear. They walked into it. Every time you face fear, its power over you weakens. 5.4 Memento Mori. Remember death. What greater fear exists than death itself? But the Stoics saw death as a teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember life is short, fear loses its grip. What's the point of avoiding risk if time itself is running out? Fear of failure. Today, failure feels like the end. But Stoics knew failure is a step, not a stop. Practical step. Reframe failure as feedback. Fear of rejection. Rejection stings, but Stoics remind us no one else's opinion defines your worth. Practical step. Practice small rejections. Ask for things you expect to be denied. Build resilience. Fear of uncertainty. The world is unstable. Jobs, relationships, politics. The Stoic mindset? Prepare for change. Love fate. Amor fati. Practical step. Each day ask, if this changes, will I still endure? Marcus Aurelius. As emperor, he faced constant war, betrayal, and plague. Fear of collapse was everywhere. Yet he ruled with calm, guided by Stoic thought. Epictetus. Born a slave, lived under cruelty, yet he taught freedom of the mind, showing fear cannot chain the soul. Seneca. Exiled, condemned, forced to die by suicide, yet he wrote with serenity until the end. He lived his philosophy. These men prove Stoicism isn't theory, It's battle-tested against real fear. Imagine your fears as shadows on the wall. They look large, but they vanish when you walk into the light. The Stoics knew, fear is only as strong as the meaning we give it. Take action, speak the truth, risk the failure, face the rejection. When you live like this, fear becomes not an enemy, but a teacher. Fear will always exist, but it does not have to control you. The Stoics left us a map. Visualize the worst, control what you can, act in spite of fear. Remember death and let it sharpen your courage. The question is, will you follow it? Because the only life worth living is one lived beyond fear. If this helped you, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and share it with someone who needs courage today.